representing Palace, so let's tell you about Palace. Rolling straight to the ceiling, crowns and crystals, top like journeys, dishing out malice. Hold up, South London's grandest, far from bandits. Anything earning for a goal of elevation, just passing the team over here might finish out bright future, we can't vanish. It's 325 any day, that's sellers. Rev up the engines, no more reverse reactions, fan fans bands on stream. Share up the team, support the dream team when eagles fly, make noise and scheme. Dare to dream or dream to dare, taking a step to become supreme.
Yes, guys, welcome back to Eagle-Eyed Football, and welcome back to the last thing we're going to talk about with the transfer window. Done deals. All the journalists said there was beef after that deadline day. Everyone's saying that Mark was devastated that he couldn't go anywhere. However, it has all been cleared up. There is no beef. But, you know where there is beef? Not within Eagle-Eyed Football. Nikki, how's the burger?
The burger is actually decent. It's a microwave burger. I'm not gonna lie. It's reheated
Is it
from
Rustler's?
last night's dinner. So
Is it Rustler's?
no,
How
no.
can it be microwave then?
it's a because I've reheated it in the microwave from last night's dinner.
Fairs. That was valid. What was it though? Was it chicken cottage?
I've been in the gym
Was
all
it
day, so-
Morley's?
No, it's homemade.
Damn.
Yeah.
Fair dues.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
I've been getting back into doing my cooking. So yeah, it was decent. It's decent level burger. Yeah.
Nice. Chairman?
Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I've had a day destroying my credit cards. That's 4 tickets for Everton, 4 train tickets, 2 flights to Ireland, and a couple of nights in the hotel. So yeah, credit cards coming for a hell of a hammering today. But yeah, here's what it is, isn't it? Price of success.
But doesn't it feel good though? The only bit
Wonderful.
of success.
I know.
I'll happily spend the money. Yeah, so today we'll be talking about all the transfers in and out of Crystal Palace during the transfer window. But I do think it's a good place to start. I know that you did the preview already, Nikki, but I think it's good to go back through what Glasner actually said, because I think he cleared up a lot of stuff, because a lot of journalists were saying it's beef, there was issues, this, that, but how it came across, how Glasner said it, it really paints the complete opposite picture. It sounds like Parish actually did, and for the whole time, only wanted to do the thing that was best for the club. And at the end of the day, I think he came to the right decision with Glasner. Do you want to take us through some quotes and your thoughts on the actual press conference itself?
Yeah, thanks, JC. So, first up, the question was asked during his press conference before the Sunderland game that he never threatened to leave the club. So that whole ret-a-tear about, Glasner threatened to walk if Guehi was sold, nothing. Absolute nothing there. So in terms of the Mark deal itself, so Parish asks Glasner, could we manage without Mark Guehi in the short term? That would be the short term. I would imagine being between deadline day and January 1st, when the winter window would open up. Glasner said no, because Glasner has gone out, and you can quote him on saying that if we sell Mark now or at any point during the window, we don't have enough time to replace him. And Canvo, who we actually use as an example, of someone who has had 1,000 minutes in Ligue 1, does not compare to a proven Premier League defender who's had 15,000 minutes in the Premier League. It would be very, very risky. He would go on to say, if we have injuries in a 3-man defensive system. Parish then turned around and ended the deal with Liverpool over Mark Guehi, with sporting perspective being the key. Glasner also said that he spoke to Mark on deadline day and the day after, when Mark went off to the England camp, and by all accounts, everything is fine. Mark will remain as captain. So that whole little story that certain journalists wanted to start up with,
Where's that statement, Ed?
Ed Aarons talking to you. So Mark Guehi will have the captain's armband for as long as he is in red and blue. Glasner also said he admitted that Crystal Palace fans deserve to know how it is, and this is how it is. And then he was also during his press conference, during that part of his presser, he was full of praise of Steve Parish. So it looks like the reported rift is nothing more than just drama.
Mm-hmm. And also, if this talk of Parish wanted to tie Glasner down to a new contract, we were all under the assumption there was beef there. I was all thinking, why the hell would you try and do that if there were beef here? But if there's no beef there, then
Mhm.
that's a little bit. It might. I still don't think it's going to happen. It's
It
still
bodes well for us, though, nonetheless.
more optimistic that it could happen. That's what it is. And Mary's right here. Perfect.
Clickbait
Bang.
journalism.
Clickbait journalism.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's exactly how I make the thumbnails like this. Just so you click it. But yeah, Chairman, thoughts on his press conference and thoughts on what Nicky said. Really, you have to reply or
I'll back up everything Nicky said. Really, I think Parish comes out very well in this. I mean, when what Glasner said was he said to him, "Can we survive?" Basically, and he said, "No, we can't." And we're not talking about 100 quid here. We're talking about 35 million.
Mm-hmm.
And for Parish to turn around and say, "Okay, fine, we'll keep him," and knowing full well he's going to lose 35 million, it's a massive statement that he's backing the manager. Really, that's how it comes across to me. And he's showing us that he's putting Palace first and not the money or the business. So I think it's a great thing. I'm glad he came out and told the truth.
Do you feel like that press conference will make all the Palace fans that switched on Parish during that deadline day, including myself? I'm not going to lie. I think we were all.
So was I. I hold my hand up.
We were all reading the reports. We was all taking it as it is because we were all upset. So we all thought, "Oh, why is it looking like it's going to happen?" Da, 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 da. And by the sounds of it, there was these talks must have been going on the whole window. And, they clearly couldn't find someone that was good enough to replace Mark. So they thought, you know what, why not just keep him? So I don't think there was any jeopardy in that whole deadline day, really. I think it was just all drilled up just for, as Mary said, clickbait journalism. They're just trying to stir up stories.
I mean, to be fair, probably Glasner saying in his press conferences that he'd been speaking to Parish for 2 months about getting a replacement in, and we hadn't got him in up from June until August, probably didn't help the situation because everybody put 2 and 2 together and saying, well, he doesn't want to buy anybody and he just wants to sell.
Do you think that could be because there was literally no one out there? Because if you look at it at the end of the day, everyone said the only one you'd want is Diamonde, but he was injured the whole summer. So do you really want to go and spend 50 million quid on someone that's injured? Probably not, right? So maybe there was actually a good decision there to say, you know what, early in the window, we're going to take the hit here because there's no one as good as Mark out there for the money.
I think you're bang on. I think one, you're absolutely right. I think I don't think there is anyone anywhere near that. And 2, if we sell Mark for 35 million to replace him with anyone half as good as him, it's probably going to cost us 50 million, 60 million. So I think in the long run, as I said, I think somebody else said it earlier. I didn't say it. Somebody else said it. That if Mark stays and we get through the group stages and we get a decent little run in one of the cups maybe and push up the league, then that money is not going to be. You're not going to lose that money really because you'll be gaining more money through other ways. But I think Mark is so important to the way we play. I can't underestimate such a good player he is, and it's going to be a disaster with Leeds. Same as Zaha, and not so much the same as Elise, I don't think, because obviously if we'd have had Elise for 5 years, then it'd have been different. But I mean, fair play to Mark because he signed a 5-year contract. So he's going to see all of it out, and he didn't try to agitate a move, and he comes across as a nice guy, and I'm sure that, as Glasner said, so he'll keep the captaincy. So that was another rubbish story, but I'm not going to be captain. And I think he'll drive us on, and he just never know what goes on. He's got options now, but so have we. So we get up the league, and then we get Conor Gallagher, his mate in. He might be swayed to sign another couple of years. You just don't know, do you?
No, I think you're completely right there, Chairman, because I think a lot of people are forgetting it's the character of Mark Guehi that he hasn't spoken out like other players, like Isak, like Wisa, who have obviously gone public with their statements of not wanting to be at their former clubs. And they've now got their moves. Obviously, the spotlight was on Mark because he's not acted in such a way that he hasn't got his move, and
I
there was
think
a bit
that
of a
bodes really well on Crystal Palace as a club in general, because we seem to
that's my
pick these
point.
guys up that are good stand-up people. I'm not saying that Isak and Wissa are not good people, but you can see how Eze dealt with his whole situation. He never tried to force the move.
Mhm.
He never didn't turn up to work in the morning.
Mm.
He always did what he needed to do. And even when the damn Sky Sports reporter was there egging him on, he just said, "Oh mate, just give it a rest. Just let me do my business." Like, I feel like players that come and play for us, I feel like they always leave with something. Because even Michael, when he was at Bayern Munich, he still came back for Wardy's last game at Selhurst.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Not for Ward, probably just to see Ebbs, but still, he still came back and he's still loved by the fans. I'm sure he still likes it here because, I'm sure, like, here you could see when he came, he was a shy, very introverted guy. Now look at him at Bayern Munich; he's pulling around a massive boombox all the time.
Yeah, he's doing music now and everything.
Yeah, he's a damn rapper now, a model, or whatever. But
I think that's indicative of the fact that Crystal Palace, in terms of you take London clubs, there's not so much a family feel anymore to the London clubs. There's it's a bit more artificial, I guess you would say.
I mean, I think I think someone released a stat. I think Palace are the top for having the most players in their team in the local area. I think we've got like 7 or 8 players or something like that. Which is
We do have
quite, I think it's joint with West Ham, but after us, it goes down to like 3. And there's a massive gap between us.
Well, we do have the largest catchment area in terms of academy recruitment as well. We recruit, across from Croydon, Surrey. Well, I mean, we had it on our shirt a number of years back. If you remember, we had, I think, the 5 areas of Southeast London etched into the shirt. So
was it Lambeth, Lewisham, Croydon, and then those 2 others, Bromley and somewhere else probably.
Yeah.
But all that into account, are we putting Mark in a 10 for this window?
100%.
100%. It has to be done.
Also, the heads are cut off. I didn't have time to crop the pictures properly, so that is Mark, I promise, because it's got the captain's armband there.
I mean, one more quick thing about Mark as well. The way he played for England on Tuesday night, he didn't play like a man who had the hump, did he?
Also, his interviews afterwards, he didn't look unhappy, did he?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Ed Aarons, that was a statement. He was very happy, actually. Not sad.
Yeah, exactly.
Nikki, do you want to take us through some comments before we actually get on to
of course.
actual transfer window?
Yeah, of course. Let's go all the way up here. So, big up to the dog. First comment: I couldn't be happy after seeing Glasner's press conference, seeing Pino fit, Sunderland tomorrow, and Palace released a training vid. And y'all are live. Yes, we are. Of course we are. Big up to Michael. He says 2 clean sheets would do fantastically for us. Chucking 3 or 4 goals to us as well. Man, I can't complete that one. Can't complete that comment, but thank you, Michael. Big up to you. Big up to Rich. He's not around because he is on Dan Potts' 12th man stream in a few minutes' time. And apparently, I'm fooling you because apparently I'm eating a corned beef sandwich. Says, and dog, big up Rich. Mary, good luck with that, Rich. Big up to Sean as well. Rich says, Ed Aarons, fraud watch. Big up to Sean as well. He says, click the link, click the like, and subscribe. So click the link. And we've got David who says, surely can only mean Glasner has committed long-term or at least intends to. So could be.
Hope so.
Dog says, I knew it was fake. Glasner has a settled family here in London with kids. He would obviously threaten to leave after one day. Yeah, of course he would. What, one thing goes wrong and he's out the door? Yeah, that's definitely the gaffer. The planning for next summer needs to start early as we're likely to need to replace Wharton as well as Guehi. Yeah, a few more.
To be fair, with Wharton, we'll probably get 100 mil for that. So that would help.
Doug just replying that it's different, JC. Newcastle and Brentford both broke promises in regards to Wissa and Isak respectively. David asks, which new player are you most excited to see? He's most excited to see Uche. Rich replies, Pino.
You know what? From the short amount of football that I've seen Canvot play, he looks like a very exciting centre back, and in the way that it's exciting to watch on the telly when he doesn't play for you, because he's this kind of centre back that'll pick up the ball and just run. So that'll be Heart Attack FC, but it'll be fun to watch.
Durfez just answering, it was the 5 boroughs of Crystal Palace. Lewisham, Croydon, Bromley, Southwark, and Lambeth was on
There you
ours.
go.
Isn't Southwark? Southwark's technically closer to them lot who we're playing on Tuesday, no?
Mm.
Oh, I'll claim it. I don't care. South London's ours anyway. More trophies than any
Even
of them.
Bermondsey's ours.
Sean says that's why I've fallen head over heels in love with my club just for how we treat people and players. And the dog says Ed Aarons is a pagan, or is he a waste man? Actually, that's the point.
Chairman, is he a pagan or a waste man?
Who, Ed Aarons?
Yeah.
Well, I think he's a pagan because he's a spouts. I can't say it. I nearly swore then, but it's pre-9 o'clock, isn't it? But no, he's definitely a pagan.
Does that work? When you said sprouts, did you try and add in some alliteration into that next word? Yeah.
I had to change it quickly. I looked at the time.
Last few comments. TCD asks, do you think Benitez should start at Henderson? No.
Maybe in the cup, maybe early rounds in the cup, but I wouldn't do that in the league game. There's no point.
He might start against Millwall, mightn't he?
Probably.
Possible.
Durfez says, congrats to Rich for his success. And then Maximilian here asks, wait, what is his success? He was on Sky? Dog says he's most excited to see Benitez. He's joking, of course. He wants to see Canvo. And
is it Canvo or Canvot? Because
I'm going to go Canvo.
All right, because I feel like
until I hear something different.
Yeah.
I have to wait for Peter Drury.
I feel like we're too English.
And then Maximilian with a dead joke. Do I have a telescope to see the crystals from my flat?
Don't worry, it's not a final. He is awake.
And then Sean asks, no, Ed Aarons is a waste man. There we go.
Cool. Let's move on swiftly. Let's go here. We went the table a little bit bigger. Next up, who was actually our first signing in the window, is Benitez. Chairman, I'll give this one to you.
I think, to be fair, he was free, wasn't he? 314 games he's played, 6'3". He's got a lot of experience, a lot of Champions League experience. I think he's a good signing. He's a good backup keeper. Well, he's better than Remy Matthews anyway. I don't think he's going to play too much, just because Henderson is playing out of his skin. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10.
Do you think he'll get used much this year, or do you think he's just early rounds in the cup and he's a good backup if Henderson gets injured?
Yeah, do you know saying? I don't think players like to be dropped today because, they get dropped for or rested, I should say, and somebody comes in and has a really good game and puts their place under threat. But if he plays 5 games this year, I'll be surprised. Even though we're going to have loads of games, but a goalkeeper can play. It's not like he's going to have to do lots of running around, isn't he? But I've got a fancy he'll play against Millwall. But with the big games coming up in Europe, there'll definitely be Henderson. But I think he's a good keeper with loads of experience, and I'm pretty sure that he must be good in the training ground as well.
Mm-hmm. Our next sign-in for 3 million quid, or what is it, 2 million quid, Nicky? Borna Sosa.
Oh, Borna Sosa. I think he's promising. I'm going to put him on the same level as Benitez. I think it's a 7. Because we got him on a cheap. It finally gives Tyrick Mitchell competition for his position. That's not just going to be for a season like we had with Ben Chilwell, who joined late on in winter. He's come from Ajax. No, he didn't. Did he come from Ajax as well?
Yeah, he came from from Ajax. Benitez came from PSV Eindhoven.
That's right. I'm getting the two mixed up. So yeah, obviously he knows what it takes to play at the highest level. Obviously, he plays for the most decorated club in the Netherlands, and now he's come to us. So yeah, I think it's a decent replacement for squad depth. And yeah, he's settled in well. He just needs to maybe improve upon certain aspects of his game.
Mm-hmm. Next up, Jeremy Pino. Going from my tweets originally, it should be here. However, the fact that he was 50 million and we got him for 20 at the end of the day, the fact that he is so promising, and that 10, 15, 20-minute cameo that he gave was unreal against Aston Villa. I think he's looking like a very good. I think it's a very smart piece of business. With doing that with Yeze money, you got a much younger guy who's getting regular minutes as a sub in the Spanish national team.
Mhm.
And bear in mind, in that Spanish national team, you got Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal, probably two of the best wingers in the world, and you got him to back them up. And he doesn't look out of place in that team when he does play. Someone who's that young, got that kind of work ethic, and he fits Glasner's system to a T. He really does. And he's versatile. He can play left and right.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a great bit of business. And, obviously I don't know whether he's going to be as good as Eze. Time will tell. But right now, he's not the same caliber as Eze is. But getting 70 million in for Eze and replacing him with a 20 million pound guy, and you still got that much money left over. We actually ended this transfer window positive in the profit because of how big the Eze sale was. I feel like it's a great signing. I don't know if you guys agree. If you guys want to chime in on Pino a little bit.
No, I think you're spot on, JC. Even Glasner actually said the exact same thing along the lines that you just did. Said that his cameo against Aston Villa was superb, and that on the training pitch he puts in 110%. He understands the system, and to have that understanding of football at this level, both at club and international, is extremely rare for someone who isn't even 22 yet. So I think we've certainly got probably one of the biggest prospects in football right now. It's just a case of managing him well, coaching him well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, to be fair, even before his ACL injury, when he was 19, killing it already, he had the links to Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and he ended up at Palace. And he actually dipped on Valencia, who have Champions League football this year, to come to us. So clearly, obviously I know there's wages involved. We're paying him literally double what he was getting over there. But it's a hell of a jump for him to get rid of Champions League football to come to us.
I mean, guys, I just want to say 134 games, 23 goals, 22 assists, 15 games for Spain, 3 goals. I wonder if he's 5'8", isn't it, according to Wikipedia?
I saw him out-jump the goalkeeper against Aston Villa as a 5'3".
His jumping reach is ridiculous.
So, I mean, and 22, I say, just 22 years old. So, I think it's a fantastic deal, really, isn't it? Because he's not even come to his best yet, is he? His best is still to come. He's like his peak sort of period. And he's already, 45 goal involvements. It's about 1 every 3 games. It's not so bad, really, is it?
And could have had a goal assist. Could have had an assist on against Villa as well.
Mm-hmm. Moving on to JD Canvot, chairman. Where would you put him? I think the final price was about 20 million quid, wasn't it? Chairman.
Sorry, no, you froze. You realised who are you talking about? Sorry.
Canvot. Oh, Canvo.
Again, I think he's one for the future. 19 years old, isn't it? He's had 22 proper games. He's played for every sort of underage French team, except from under 16 to under 21s. He's definitely one for the future. He looks like he's got pace. He looks really comfortable on the ball. I'm going to give him an 8 because I think 6'2". He looks like he can stride forward. He's comfortable with the ball at his feet. Definitely one for the future, and he might get a few minutes at Millwall as well, actually, to give some of the other players a rest.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, he started the first 2 Ligue 1 games for Toulouse before joining us. Both of those were winning efforts. I'm not saying that he was critical in those wins, but it stands to reason that both those games against Nice and against Stade Brestois, clean sheets as well. So he's obviously done something good there, and I think it's a good bit of business to give us depth in a position.
What teams did he beat?
Nice and Stade Brestois.
So he's defeated Brest. Is that what we're saying?
I didn't want to do a Micah Richards. I was trying not to go there.
So he's played against Brest.
Mm.
Do you think he enjoyed it?
I'm undoubtedly.
I think he definitely enjoyed Brest.
Was it a clean sheet?
It was a clean sheet.
It's only 8 o'clock.
We're talking about a French football team.
Yeah.
It just happens to be called Brest.
Oh, and clean sheets.
That's a football term, Chairman.
Oh, okay.
I'll get with the times. Yeah. Last one, Nikki. Uche.
Yeah. Christantus Uche. I'm going to do a bit of a Nathan here. I've never heard of him. So I did look into him. I did look up. And is he there?
The journey's incredible, isn't it?
That's the words I was thinking of. Thank you very much. The journey is incredible for a player to be playing in I think the 6th tier of Spanish football.
Yeah, so I think from what I read, he was playing just in Sunday league games, basically on sand pitches in Nigeria, and then he was hoping for a trial. He got a trial at a 7th division Spanish team, and then within 3 months he got picked up by a 3rd division team, and then in another 3 months he got picked up by a 1st division team, but they put them in a B squad, and then a few more months went by, he was in the 1st team squad, and then I think a year and a half after that he got picked up by Getafe. So he went from playing in the slums of Nigeria to playing La Liga football in 2 years. That's incredible. And now he's in the Premier League.
Yeah, so he's gone from Moralo B, which is they play in the Tercera Federación, which is which is the 5th tier currently of Spanish football. He's then gone to AD Sueta or Quetta. I don't know. My Spanish is terrible. He was there for a year, as you just said, JC, and then made 36 appearances and scored 5 goals for Getafe, and now he is on a loan with a mandatory buy clause for us, I think, because I don't think it's optional. I think it is a loan to buy deal for us. Again, great bit of business. Again, it shows, how shrewd we are in terms of getting business in. So yeah, Uche for me, promising. Don't really think that he could get a lot of minutes when Nketiah is back and when Sarr is back. So I'm worried he might get lost in the shuffle a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if he pops up playing for the under-21s in some games as well, just to get him some minutes and get him used to the English game. So I'm going to give him. I'll give him an 8 because I think he's super promising, and it's just the journey. It's just what football's all about, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. So overall, looking at our transfers in, for how much we all complained about the window, looking at those ratings that we've given them, it's not too bad, is it? Yes, we would have rathered it be done a little bit our business sooner, but at the end of the day, now we've actually had a good start in the Premier League. It doesn't look too bad.
I mean, to be fair, I totally agree with you. And, we must remember that we bought Eze and we bought Elise when they were up and coming. So obviously they see something in these like younger kids who are coming through. And obviously, the scouting system must be pretty good. I mean, they've all got sort of good game time under them. Even Uche's played 87 games, isn't he? And he's only 22, so he's got good games under his belt. The only one who's really not played that much is Canvot, but everyone else has got good numbers. So obviously, the only problem is that the Premiership is a different animal, isn't it?
Yes.
So, and I agree with Nicky. I think he might find he'll play 5 or 10 games in under 21s. And if he starts killing it there, then I think he'll be rapidly brought up into the first team.
Cool. Let's start looking at some of our transfers out. Obviously, some of these players are more well-known and less known by others, but we will get onto it. I think some of them are missing, actually, because I don't see a few of the players.
Well, our first one was
This is Sean Graham to Doncaster. I feel like the fives are going to get used up a lot. So this was an undisclosed fee, which probably means it was almost no money whatsoever.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to get some game time there. I'm going to go normal with a 5.
It's annoying for me because, Irish talent. Just a shame he couldn't make it.
How old is he anyway?
21, I think.
Yeah.
So if he's going to make it, he'd done it by now, wouldn't he? In the Premiership. So it's the right move, yeah. Give him game time, just sitting doing nothing, yeah. Waste his career.
Next one is França going to Vasco da Gama.
He scored a penalty last night, didn't he?
10.
He knocked Botafogo out.
I can't put it as a 10 because apparently Vasco is like sworn enemies to Flamengo, which Dan isn't very happy about. Also, the fact that he scored his penalty and tried to tap the badge and then remembered that Vasco are sworn enemies to Flamengo and stopped halfway through, which was quite funny. But
I think that's deducted 2 points.
For me, I think as long as he gets game time, and to be fair, I personally want to give him a 0.
I know what you're about to say.
And I'll tell you why, because France is a damn fraud. How is this guy constantly injured and he goes back to Brazil and he's played 2 games? He's played more games in Brazil than he has for Palace already.
Let me ask you this question, JC. Supposing Vasco offer Palace 15-20 million for him.
I'll take it.
Permanently.
Yes.
Gone.
Yeah.
But no one in Brazil's got that kind of money. That would be a Brazilian record.
Yeah.
All I can do is sit here and hope that he has a great season, stays fit, gets more game time, and then he comes back to us again next year. But it's a weird loan because the Brazilian league finishes in February. So he's just going to be sitting around chilling, doing nothing from February until he can next get registered for Palace. So unless we pull him back early in January, maybe, and then he could be registered for the second half of our season, then maybe, but you never know.
I think for me, if we've sent him there to get game time, to get fit and then come back, definitely, it's got to be a 7. But if we've sent him over there to get fit in the hopes of someone will buy him, then it's a 0 because we just, as you said, no Brazilian club's going to give us what we paid for him, are they?
No.
And it's a shame, really, because we know he's got the talent. He's just not seeing it on the pitch.
Exactly. Next one is Killian Phillips to St Mirren for free, basically.
Good,
Nicky?
for a minute.
5. Never would have made it, I don't think.
Owen Goodman to Huddersfield. The fact that he got sent off last game is probably souring this a bit. I'm going to go here with a 6. I think he should have gone to the Championship or gotten a bit of a higher league move. Not stayed in League One for another year. I
think he should have gone back to Wimbledon like we did with Whitworth. Keeps him local.
Huddersfield should be challenging at the top of the division rather than just playing in it, isn't it? You'd have thought.
That's true. Yeah.
I agree, but from his performances last season, I think he deserved the championship move.
Oh, 100%, yeah, 100%. But someone's got to come in for him, haven't they, at the end of the day? If no one comes in, you've got to take the best what's on offer.
I mean, yeah, you can see it that way, but I mean, if you look at what he did, you say he should have been in a championship. If no championship team came in, that's another thing completely. But face value, he should have been moved a year up, and it's probably
he had a good season last year.
Yeah, and to be fair, if they get promoted this year, then there's no reason why he can't go back there again.
That's a good point. The funny thing is that we said that if no teams come in for him, I mean he was one of our first departures. He went out on loan on the 2nd of July. So Huddersfield, obviously having seen him, must have seen him. His performances. Wimbledon, obviously he finished with some of the best clean sheet records in the EFL. They wanted him really, really early.
Mm-hmm.
I spoke to one of my Wimbledon friends at work. He's a Wimbledon season ticket holder. He thinks he's one of the best goalkeepers they've ever had, Wimbledon.
Oh, yeah?
So that's how good he played for them last year. They wanted him back desperately, but he wasn't going to go, apparently.
Cool. Next up, Danny Imre to Blackpool, Nicky.
Yeah, one of our first 2 loans to Blackpool this summer. It's a step up for Imre, which is exactly what we wanted. Obviously he was loaned out. I think he was in the National League last season when he got loaned out. Yeah, it's a decent level. Hopefully he can kick on. Blackpool are always knocking around the EFL somewhere, so it's a decent move for him.
So what rating are you giving him?
I'm giving him a 7. Where you exactly put him?
Oh, sweet. Teo Adaramola.
Late Orient, yeah.
And another one where I think he should have gone back to Bradford again.
Had a good season there last year, didn't he?
Had a good season there. It took a while for him to get back into the first team again, and actually, but towards the end of the season, he's actually playing quite regularly. Thinking, well, why not go back? They got promoted, didn't they?
Not sure, but what it could be is that he's a London boy, isn't he? And maybe living in Bradford wasn't when they weren't playing, it must have been absolutely awful for him. A young kid on his own up there, and maybe playing for Orient meant that he can stay at home, be with his friends, and still play football. If you see what I mean.
Yeah, you can see it that way, but I think you've also got to say that I think with a footballer specifically, I think if you're not willing to go outside your comfort zone, then you're probably not cut out to be a footballer, are you? I don't know if that's just me thinking that way, but that's how I see it. I think you need to be flexible enough to be able to go.
I think
outside,
that loan
really.
That loan to Coventry, wasn't it? I think he went. I think it killed him a bit, didn't it?
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that because that was. But then again, I feel like a jump from under 23s to championship is probably too big of a jump anyway.
It was too early for him, no question about it. Yeah, 100%.
And that jump was 3 years. I think 2 or 3 years ago now. So it was a while ago as well. So I feel like he should have had enough time to build up his confidence and get back out there again. But it is what it is. If he's still at Palace, he's still happy, then surely he thinks his career is going in the right direction. Now, one that Ali is going to be very upset with. Jeffrey Schlupp to Norwich for free. Nicky, I'll give this one to you.
It's a 5, to be honest.
He looks happy.
Yeah, he was out of contract. Yeah, he's happy to be in yellow and green over there in Norwich. Yeah, I mean, a successful loan out to Celtic. Obviously, they won the SPL again. And then obviously he's out of contract
League against Michael.
yeah, that was weird. That was a weird night. Yeah, good luck to him.
The strangest thing I thought with this is when I saw him in that Celtic shirt, I was like, how does he not look fat in the Celtic shirt if he does the Palace shirt? Genuinely.
Macron.
Macron, the muscle fit is too tight around his belly. That's what we're talking about here.
I think it also shows where we are as a club now, because I think if you go back, say 5-6 years, we'll still be here now, isn't he? But I think because we're now moving forward and we're now sort of pushing up to the next level, that people like Ward, like Schlupp, we have to get better quality in the backup now, don't we? Rather than paying people for sitting on the bench, basically.
All right.
Yeah,
Next up, we've got Rob Holding to Colorado Rapids. 10. Get that guy out of my club.
Get that fraud out.
Listen, I don't know if this is just a weird thing just because I like players to play. I like players' numbers to be the position they actually play. This guy was hogging the number 4 shirt the whole time he was at Palace.
Mm-hmm.
You know why that is, isn't it? Because it was full choice right back or centre half, wasn't it? I think the beginning. I think the beginning of the end for him was what was the game? Was it like, no, he was on the bench, wasn't he? And then Richards got injured, and I think we brought on Nathaniel Klein when we still had a centre half on the bench, and I think that was the beginning of the end for him, wasn't it?
100%. Chairman,
Sure.
Probably the biggest out of the summer, Ebbs. 70 million quid in.
I mean, it's hard because, the money's fantastic. You can't deny it. A club like Palace getting £70 million players is brilliant. But he's done so much for, especially in the last 3 or 4 months last year, basically winning the FA Cup, the semi-final, the quarter-final. I mean, he's a talisman. Everything we did so good last year came from him. So if you say selling him for the money's got to be a 10, but losing him is a bitter blow. So I'll split the difference, call him a 9. I'm disappointed, but I understand it.
1 second. I'll mute, but I'll hold up a player. And Nikki, if you could.
Yeah. Oh, it'd be away. 0.
How long you got?
0. How this guy. So by all accounts, he's obviously left out on loan on 5th of August to go to Blackpool. So he's followed. No, he left the club actually. This was actually a buy deal. Yeah, we actually got money for him. He's joined Danny Imre at Blackpool, and then a few weeks later, like just at the end of this month. Yeah,
30 days, 39 days, something like that.
Yeah, between 30 and 40 days later, he's been released by Blackpool with no statement. And there are rumours regarding him that, may or may not be true. I'm not going to go into them because, they might be rooted in fact and they might not. But if you're getting sold and then that club is releasing you 30 or 40 days later, yeah, you're going the same way as I think, what was it? Hiram Boateng or Malachi Boateng, who left us and then got
in prison.
Got a bit of in hot water. So yeah, Malcolm, you're a damn fool.
Yeah,
you're a damn fool.
The B-Tech Quincy Promes.
I mean, a club like Blackpool. A club like Blackpool, the rumour is they cost them £1 million. But a club like Blackpool spending £1 million is a lot of money for them to let him go so easy.
Moving on swiftly. Louis Molden to Norwich as well for free. I didn't even know existed. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't even know we sold him.
There he is.
It's because we've got Goodman.
He's a goalkeeper, yeah.
It's because you've got Goodman. I think it's Izzy Kerdo in the under 23s and Whitworth.
Remy Matthews.
Remy Matthews. Have you seen he's dyed his hair?
No.
Yes.
Yeah, he looks like Gaeta now.
Is he really? Yeah. He's a free agent now, Gaeta, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, that'll be funny.
He
come back.
He's too old now.
He was great for us, though.
He was actually, yeah.
Really was. Next up, Ozo back to Derby again. Hopefully he stays fit. Nicky, I'll give this one to you.
I think it's an 8. His performances for Derby have been quite critical. He's really hit the ground running again. Just needs to keep just as you said, just needs to stay fit. But yeah, I think this is probably one of the better loans that we've done this season.
Also, the person I was putting next to Uche, they're quite similar kind of players in a weird way, actually, aren't they? Those two.
Uche and Ozo are very, very versatile. Can play obviously
They're
anywhere in
strong,
the
aren't they,
midfield, and
both
we've
of them?
seen a very, very strong. Yeah, I think Ozo's like what 6'5" or something.
I don't know, but I know he's
6'4",
massive.
6'5". Yeah, but so definitely a unit for Derby, and hopefully, if he impresses there, maybe a view in to maybe we cash in next year.
Or he could be a stand-in for Lerma, potentially, because I
Could
think
be.
Lerma's only got a year left on his deal after this year.
That would be good. That would definitely be my choice. It's just a case of can he, do well
Can
for
he stay
Derby this
fit?
season?
That's probably his one, isn't it?
Yeah, and can he impress the powers that be that are watching, from the Palace side?
Nearly done. Franco Ume to Portsmouth for a permanent deal for £300,000.
0.
Yeah.
I think he's a good talent. I think that was probably the wrong move, wasn't it? I think he's loaded to Portsmouth and see how he gets on.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even have a buyback clause.
No, I don't know if that's the right. Because was he the bloke who went to Bromley last year?
No, that was Imre.
Oh, okay.
But
so
this is the guy that can play left wing back, right wing back, left wing, right wing, and striker.
Wow.
And he was scoring loads of goals in the 23s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think maybe we should have loaned him and see what happened, didn't it? Because if he turns out to be really good, 300 grand is going to look terrible.
Yeah, and he's touted to become he's heading straight for the Irish senior international squad. Like the roof is so high for him that he would genuinely be a star.
And in a weird way, we could have had a few Irish players in our team and in our squad. Like Justin Devaney seems to be the guy in Ireland now, doesn't he?
Definitely.
Yeah,
his name all the time, the fans.
Yeah, the Northern Irish fans have given him.
Yeah.
They stole France's song.
No, do you know what? I think, considering you put you tip the two players together, Devaney deserves the song now, especially after Community Shield. Devaney gets the song.
I agree. But yeah, like I think we're also linked with a West Brom player. I think his name's Isaac Crise or Crise. He's a 21-year-old midfielder, but this guy's 6'5". We just seem to be buying tanks lately. And I think he's only got 1 year left on his deal, so you could get him for cheap as well. He's young and he's tall and he scores a few goals from midfield, so that could be quite an exciting one. And he's also Irish as well, so we could have had a good little thing going there. But moving on, Chairman. Odson Edward to Lens for £3 million.
10. We got £80,000 a week off the wage bill to some bloke who's never going to play and really can't be bothered. And I think it's a bit of a shame because
that debut was amazing.
It was, and I think he was really good when he wanted to be. He's really good with his feet, and he looked a good striker, had pace and strength, but he just looked so lackadaisical, like he couldn't bother to be there. And I think that was a problem. And if you're not going to play him, and he's on like £80,000 a week, to get rid of him is a massive deal for Palace. So yeah, definitely a chain. Get rid of him.
And finally, Nicky, Joel Ward retiring.
11. I think there are too many superlatives to use for Joel Ward. It's the fact that I'm gonna go a bit of a tangent. So on Wednesday night, I had Palace royalty practically come into the pub where I work. I had a man that saved us, Stephen Browett, come in.
Did he really?
Yeah, Browett was in my pub, and we were just sharing memories of that playoff final because his son Jack, who was with us as well, he was the mascot for that game as well, and was just sharing those memories because that was like one of my first Palace games with my brother, and it's just Joel Ward's off the line save was the first like memory I have of Joel Ward, and then he's just gone on to lead the team through thick and thin, and has never ever, stopped being red and blue. And I think if anyone was to retire in such a beautiful way of lifting the cup, and we sing the song, we were there when Joel went up to lift the cup. So yeah, absolutely amazing. Good luck to him, and I'm happy to see that he is going to be like the Palace. He is the go-to Palace pundit for every single thing on TV right now. TNT,
Maybe we
Sky
should shoot him
Sports.
a message.
Yeah, why not? I've got to say, I was going to say that, Nicky, actually. Hasn't he taken to the telly really well?
He has, hasn't he?
Speaks well. He doesn't speak too biasly.
I'm not gonna lie, it's nice to have someone who is just Palace, not in terms of Glenn Murray and Brighton and Palace, not like Ian
Yeah.
Wright and Arsenal and Palace. No, he's Portsmouth, but he's Palace.
And the way the other players after their Charity Shield went over to him with the shield and taking the pictures of him.
Well, Mateta tried to give him his medal.
I know, exactly. So I mean, that just shows what the other players thought of him, didn't they? They always really liked him.
Of course. Are we gonna move anyone around? So in number 10, we've got Wardy.
Just really quickly, you're forgetting one person.
Oh, who?
Joe Whitworth.
Oh, he went back to Exeter, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yep, Joe Whitworth went off to went back to Exeter.
Wouldn't he go next to Goodman though?
I think he would go next to Goodman. Another little thing. Browett is not too keen on him.
On who?
On Joe Whitworth.
Oh, what?
Is
Have they
he
got a
really?
new gaffer?
No. As in, Stephen Browett is not too keen on him. Thinks his height's going to let him down. That he won't make it.
We've said that as well, actually.
At least at our level.
Yeah, he's probably right. I mean, we had the 3 games. I think it was Arsenal, Brighton, and I can't remember the other one. I think he did play really well, but I think he got found out because of his height, especially at Brighton. When you're getting like 6'4", 6'5" defenders standing on you, you're going to struggle, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unfortunately, goalkeeper's got to be 6 foot plus these days.
Yeah. I think there was one more. We loaned out Jemiah Imolu to Bromley as well. I think that's a promising loan for him. That would probably be a 6 for me for Imolu, and yeah.
So yeah, going through Malcolm and Franco in zeros. You got Graham, Phillips, Schlupp, and Louis in number 5. You got Amolu, Whitworth, Goodman, and Teo as 6s. You've got Benitez, Sosa, França, and Imre as 7s. You got Canva, Uche, and Ozo as 8. Ebbs as the sole number 9, with Edward, Rob Holding as number 10s, alongside Pino, Gay, and Joel Ward. Are we going to move anyone around? Caleb Mustafa didn't go out anyway, he just got injured, I believe. Are we moving anyone, or are we cool with this?
It's good for me.
No, he's loaned out. No, Mustafa's loaned out. He's at Nuremberg. He's in the second division of Bundesliga.
Oh, did Agbenone go anywhere, or is he chilling still?
Agbenone, I think.
Sorry, I just went off the Sky Sports one. I'm not going to lie to you.
Didn't Asher get released?
No idea.
I think Asher got released. Oh no, he's still with us. He's at Gillingham.
Went back.
Yeah, apparently.
Why?
It's a Gillingham last year, wasn't he?
I didn't play him.
Sorry. I stand correct. Sorry, I'm going off of just quick. No, he's still at the club.
Okay. So, overall, transfer window. Nicky, if you was going to give that a rating out of 10, what would it be?
7.
As a whole.
7. I think, our main point clearly is that business could have and should have been done earlier. But for the players that we've brought in and for the youth talents that we've loaned out. It's a decent window. I think the high point is just how shrewd we've been in terms of our transfer fees of bringing players in. Like you said, we brought in Yeremy Pino for more than half of what his release clause was. So absolutely fantastic business. And yeah, it's weird looking back now, considering how annoyed we were at the whole business and how long it took to get players in and all that. Yeah, I'm okay with it. I'd even go as high as an 8, perhaps, but I'll stick with a 7.
Chairman.
Yeah, I mean, Nicky's just taking the word out of my mouth. I mean, if we'd have done the business earlier, I would give it an 8. I think we've done good business, and I think keeping Mark is a massive thing. So I'm going to give it an 8 because we could have sold Mark, and we would have had £30 million in the bank, and no time to spend it. But I think keeping him the captain, the best defender, the England defender, who will be England captain, I'm sure, in not too distant future, is a massive thing. So I don't think we'll have much more than the year, but it is what it is, isn't it? But he'll make our season better, no question about it. So I'm going to give it an 8 because I think it's promising. Most of them, Pino, I think it's exciting, and keeping Mark is a massive thing.
Yeah, I agree. I'd give it an 8 as well. I think the only reason I'm giving it an 8 is because now that the window's done, I'm going to get rid of in my mind, all of the paper talk and all the stuff that was said that was obviously all nonsense. I'm just getting that out of my head. Because obviously, if I sit here and go, oh, well, the Conor Gallagher stuff was real, it was probably just a smokescreen from Parish to do PR and this and that. But knowing that probably isn't the case, knowing that was just made up because he wasn't playing much at Atletico. They see, he played really well at Palace. I'm sure journalists just put 2 and 2 together and thought, that's a great story, let's make it. So obviously, all the journalists made everyone think crazy business. But yeah, I'll give it an 8. It would be higher if this exact same business was done earlier. But it is what it is, really. Nikki, do you want to do... Oh, no, yeah. Do you want to take us through some comments before we round out?
Yeah, let's go. Where did I leave it? Right, let me not get on the bad side of Earth. Let me just make sure there's no Earth Extreme comments, so that way he doesn't have a go at me, like he did last time. Right. Max, Nikki gonna become a jeweler so we can be up close with the crystals. Yep, fantastic. Fantastic. Dead jokes, woo. Durfez, Southwark is a parish that began as a borough council, Dulwich, Woodward, Southwark, next to Crystal Palace Park. History lesson.
Education,
yeah. The dog asks, are we going to Millwall? I will certainly be there on Tuesday night.
As Pep Guardiola once said, we will be there.
We will be there. And I think that there's still so many tickets available. We still haven't even sold, I think, half of our allocation.
I think they regret opening the whole stadium now.
Did you see they've closed the Arthur Wait now and moved the people out into the other end of the ground? So I saw that this morning, actually.
There we go then. Max says, apparently I used his dead joke. The next one was class, if you say so. No offense, Nicky, we all think you're class. Thank you very much. Rich says, we're 18 subs away from 3K, so please share. Oh my God. 18 subs from 3K. That is crazy. I can't actually...
Let me hit a refresh to see if it's gone anywhere since then.
If you haven't subscribed, please do. These guys work really hard.
13 now.
Ooh, 13 to go, guys, so please.
If I refresh and it becomes 14, I'm going to sue you. I know who you are.
Durfes says Benitez is a good Turner replacement. Now we need a Remy the Blind replacement. That's unfair. Rexy says Benitez could be higher for me, to be honest. Did very well to get PSV into the Champions League.
True.
Durfes says Sosa is a good Chile replacement.
I would have loved to have Chilwell back.
That would have been great. The wages, though, would have been crazy.
Yeah.
He's got more than 10 assists in the Bundesliga. He's class. Michael says, transfers have tried to rip a heart of our team out. We still have plenty of heart left to give them a finger or two. Is that a pause?
It depends where the fingers go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Half past 8, man. It's 8:30.
We're nearly there.
Sean says, JC, remember we were a man down. I don't remember the context for that one.
No.
Yep, Rich was just heading off to Dan Potts' stream. Rexy asks, who would you put in the 210s? Pino on the right, Kamada on the left? I'd put
Other way
Essay on the right, Pino on the left, to be fair.
Yeah, that's
Never
what
would
I said in
happen.
Black Eagle. Put Pino on the left, Essa on the right, and then it leaves you Diveni and Kamada to come on and shore up the game later on.
Just before Rich left, he said Kamada left, Pino right.
If it was that though, I put them the other way around. I put Pino left, Kamada right.
Rexy says JD Canvo apparently one of the best centre back prospects going. And Sean says I think this was about Uche. Welcome to the Palace Church crew. Yep. Rexy says Uche can play striker in the 10, in the 8, in the 6. He can play everywhere. It's crazy. Even Canvo can play. Is that central forward mid?
I think that's CDM.
CDM. Okay.
F and D are next to each other on the keyboard.
Yeah. Mary gives us a bit of context. If it's a French name, Canvo is pronounced without the T. So there we go. So, like Bardo. Okay. Thanks, Mary.
Bardot.
There we go. This is how I know Earth is still angry about me. Missing out comments. Big up to JC and Chairman. Yeah, thanks Earth. Thanks Earth. Yeah, thanks. Tim Davis says 9. I think I'm not sure who that one was for. Mary, I know this was in regards to Ibiwe. Sad to see talent. No, this comment came up when we were talking about Ibiwe. Sad to see talent just thrown away. Yep. Evening to you, Damo. Dan Casey to Palace as well. Has that been officially announced?
Dan Casey?
Arsenal under 21 player who joined us just a few days ago, or was supposed to join us.
Oh yeah. You know his stats in the under 23 is crazy. I think he's 15 playing up in the 18s, and I think he got like what? I think it was like 22 goals last year.
Wow.
Yeah, 22 goals, 1 assist last season alone as a 15-year-old playing up to the 18s, and Arsenal didn't want to sign him. What's that all about?
Yep. Mustafa, yep, he's loaned out to Nuremberg. Surfers, there's only one Joe Award. And of course Rexy with I think this is my second favourite song behind the FUA for chant. Yeah. When Joel went up to lift the FA Cup, we were there. And the dog giving me a receipt. I remember you said Malcolm would have been good Conference League depth. Yeah. We'll move on from that. Joe Whitworth is better than Remy in my opinion. Mate, everyone's better than Remy. Everyone is.
We are.
Give his dodgy knee. It's probably still better than Remy.
Remy ain't in the club to play though. Yeah, that's true. I think it is just a coaching thing. I think it is just a coaching thing for the under 21s, and he's there. Preferred players tomorrow. Kamada left, Pino right in the 10s.
Jen, we gave our opinion. What did you do? I said Pino left, SA right. What did you do?
I think the question is, does Glasner rate SA? I think he'll go with Kamada and Pino. I think he just trusts them more. I'm not saying that SA won't come on in the second half of the game. And I thought the last game he came on, I think he played, was it Forest, wasn't it? I thought he did really well, actually. But will he start him? Not so sure.
That reminds me, we still haven't got rid of Ratsaki.
No.
He's still at the club.
Not for much longer.
But he's still at the club right now.
Still
They say he's going to go
now.
to Turkey, but oh my gosh, we've messed around with this kid's career so much.
Yeah.
We should have just let him go.
Personally, whenever I've seen him play live, I've never been very impressed. But the stats don't lie. He looks really good statistically.
Just in there, just before the stream finishes
Big
up.
up, Pat.
Big up from Pat. To the
Came in
goat,
at the end, didn't he?
Don Chatterjee and Hagrid's virgin cousin. Big up to you, UK Pat. Hope you're well, man. And that's all the comments.
Cool. Is there
Excellent.
anything else that we want to talk about in done deals?
I would say is that if anyone hasn't subscribed, please do. And obviously, me and JC will be in Strasbourg, and the three of us will be in Dublin. So
Yeah, I need to get my passport. I need to get my passport sorted.
we come and meet us if you can. Come and we'll have a drink and then a chat. And we are hopeful we'll get a ticket for Strasbourg, and we are maybe get a ticket for Dublin, but we're going anyway.
Yeah.
So.
And we're not going to Poland because it looks like it's going to be a war zone.
Well, I mean, the money was just getting out of control. I mean, one of our friends, Matt, who got a return ticket for £61, and I tried to do it, and mine was 440. And I thought, and that was to go to Warsaw, which is 100 miles away from the ground. So it just got too out of control, really.
Yeah.
You got to call the limit somewhere.
Yeah, I think closer to time where we are supposed to go to Dublin for Shelbourne. We will have something sorted out, and we will do something for you guys on that one if you are heading out. Other than that, in terms of done deals, I think that's actually it.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, guys, thank you very, very much for watching. And this is the end of all the transfer talk, hopefully, until January. So it gives me a good 3 months to chill out. And then we're back again.
Oh, yes.
So, do it all again.
Yeah, and I'm probably not going to do anything. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. And as always, up the palace. One, Joe,